Ladies and gentlemen, GameStop is now up past $450 to up $109 today. And so it's $455.58. Now it's $464.95 per share. By the time you watch this, it could be down $100. Who knows? Or it could be up $100. I'm not giving investment advice. I find this fascinating. And I wish the Redditors the best. I wish people... I hope nobody loses their money. And I hope that Reddit doesn't team up with Biden's administration to do to the Wall Street subreddit what they did to the Donald. You're living in Biden's America, ladies and gentlemen. I'm speaking to liberals on Reddit who just don't like Trump. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating case study. So hit subscribe to this channel right this second. We're on our way to 200,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. I think that, who knows what President Trump's SEC chairman would have done? We have a new SEC chairman. Wall Street Insider turned tough market account Biden's pick to head SEC. Consumer watchdog groups are applauding President Biden's pick of Gary Gensler to run the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, you give Democrats a reason to censor or suppress or fine or crack down on... Okay, so now it's down to $424. $78. The thing is, there's too much press now, and I don't know, and I say this with all due respect, I hope that this works out for the subreddit. I hope that Reddit doesn't team up with the SEC chairman or the SEC. I hope Biden's administration doesn't crack down on this. But there's far too much. GameStop surges another 40% in pre-market to touch $490 as... Okay, so... They're talking about mania. GameStop rally halts as trading platforms prevent purchases. So that's 53 minutes ago, but the stock still keeps rising. AMC, GameStop stock go wild. Reddit's insane Ponzi scheme can't last. CNET. So Robinhood blocks purchase of GameStop, AMC. Wow. Okay. So here. Users can still close their positions but can't trade more. So it's already starting, ladies and gentlemen. So I was looking at the stock itself. Robinhood has added new limits to its app to restrict users from buying or trading any of the popular Reddit Wall Street stocks, including GameStop, AMC, BlackBerry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Nokia, and more. Users will still be allowed to close out existing positions but won't be able to buy more of the stocks. The company is citing recent volatility in the market as the reasoning behind the change. So this happens not only in the United States, but also in Japan and the Nikkei. It happens everywhere. The exchanges can simply halt trading if a stock is tanking or surging too quickly. So I just don't understand what the end game is. And I say this with all due respect. Used to be the biggest Bernie Sanders booster on the internet, according to the Huffington Post, the unofficial scribe of Sanders' most hardcore voters, according to the Washington Post. Then I supported President Trump because he's a fantastic president in terms of accomplishments. First president to step foot in North Korea, to begin détente between North and South Korea. President Moon Jae-in of South Korea stated Trump deserved the Nobel Peace Prize. Presided over the Abraham Accords, peace between Israel, UAE, Bahrain, Morocco, economic deals between Serbia and Kosovo, allocated more funding to historically black colleges and universities than any president ever. That is a fact. The link is below in the description. We had record low unemployment for most of President Trump's tenure. He tore up the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Most importantly, what drives me, which is why I thought Bernie Sanders was this type of individual, he even opposed the troop withdrawal from Syria. But President Trump reversed U.S. foreign policy. That's a fact. He reversed U.S. foreign policy, ended secret arms deals. The Washington Post said, oh my God, that's exactly what Putin wanted. Ended the longest-running military conflict we've had in Afghanistan officially. Paved the way for Americans to be brought home. So, I mean, I want President. I backed President Trump because he's a great president in terms of achievement. Did he go overboard on Twitter? Yeah, but thank God he's no longer on Twitter. That's actually the best thing for President Trump. The worst thing for Twitter. Twitter's been tanking the past month. It's a horrendous. It's a company that will become MySpace, the MySpace of political media. But anyway, so that's what's taking place with GameStop. It's like, I hope for the best. I hope everyone makes money. But I fear, and here's my fear. So I'll just give you my fear. You have these trading sites now. It's not just Robinhood. GameStop's rally halts as trading platforms prevent purchases. So GameStop Corp's momentous rally came to a halt Thursday as online trading platforms like Robinhood Markets stopped clients from purchasing its shares. Okay, these stocks are not supported on Robinhood, according to a note on at least one of its platforms Thursday. On Wednesday, Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade also curtailed transactions on GameStop, AMC, and other securities. Okay, so it's not just Robinhood, it's Schwab and Ameritrade. This is already getting a great deal of attention, obviously. I fear that Democrats... Okay, it's not just Democrats. It would have been perhaps also President Trump's administration, although I think it's more likely now with Biden's administration. You're going to have greater regulation. That comes with a Democratic presidency. They already did away with the subreddit, okay? The Trump subreddit. So they already did away with that. What happens, number one, and like I said, this is not what I'm hoping for. I'm asking a question, and I fear the worst because there's so much press now, and there's so much media attention. And Reddit is a company, like other giant tech companies, that are petrified of negative media coverage. And they will work immediately. That's why I say, I'm not on Twitter. So if you see anyone impersonating me, they're breaking the law. I haven't been on Twitter for 2 years. I'm not on Facebook. Okay, I don't consider YouTube social media because it's a video-based platform. The difference between this and watching a VHS player in the 80s is just the VHS player. It's a video and your computer screen. It's a video-based platform. It's not a message board. I suggest I wouldn't even get on Reddit. I don't think Twitter is... I think Twitter's a waste of time, and only the worst things could take place on Twitter, which is why the company is going to tank, and it's on its way to bankruptcy because of their banning of President Trump is one of the reasons. In about 4, 5, 6, 7 years, they'll be the MySpace of political media. But I don't know what Reddit is going to do, the company, pertaining to what its subreddit has led to, like, or what it... I don't know. Will they team with the SEC? Apparently, this new SEC chairman is a tough Wall Street insider turned tough market cop. Biden's pick to head SEC. Gary Gensler. Would he ask, or would prosecutors or investigators at the FBI, because Democrats are very much into utilizing the FBI for their political purposes. It takes one call from the SEC. It takes one hit piece from the New York Times on Reddit or the Washington Post on Reddit or its subreddit to get that company to give... I'm not saying this is absolutely going to take place. I can imagine them giving information on specific users, them shutting down the subreddit, then giving information on specific users. Or maybe the SEC fines the company. And then Reddit goes after, certain people on that subreddit. I have no clue. So in terms of that possibility, I mean, it's a possibility. I hope it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it will happen. It's not a prediction. It's not a guarantee. I'm not telling you that it's going to take place. I'm saying this is unprecedented, and I don't want it to happen, but I'm letting people know that's something that could possibly take place. Because you're dealing with a tech company that doesn't care about... none of these tech companies care about its users. They care about making money. If the subreddit has impeded Reddit's ability to make money, it doesn't matter what kind of altruistic or philosophical point the subreddit is trying to make. So that's the issue. Number two, I don't know what the end game is. If it goes to, let's say trading wasn't halted, but let's say it goes to $1,000, and you have all of these mutual fund companies and multi-billion-dollar investment companies that are, if you can look at the investor relations page on GameStop, you have Fidelity, Vanguard, I think. You have all of these gigantic investment companies. In the comments section, again, I'm not preaching. I'm asking. I don't understand the philosophy behind what's going on because I've never been on that subreddit. Again, I don't like message boards. I was the first person to let everybody know the Q nonsense was complete dangerous garbage. And I said that 2 years ago in my debate with Jordan Sather. I exposed it for a completely horrendous hoax and a dangerous thing that nobody should listen to. And we've seen it's exactly what I said it was, completely dangerous. But I don't know what's the end game. Because okay, they have all the time in the world, and they're not necessarily being forced to cover their losses. So if they shorted GameStop at 200 or 100, and it goes up to 1,000, and people say, "Oh, we taught them a lesson." Well, I don't know what lesson anyone taught any of these. You don't teach the house. The house always wins, unfortunately. And they might manipulate stocks, or they might engage in shady and illegal behavior, like you're talking about. I mean, there are horrendous things that take place, but they then just pay these fines. Okay, you had the interest rate scandal. I mean, years back, they paid these companies paid a fine. Whether it's hundreds of millions of dollars, they don't care. They have the money. So I don't know what lesson people are trying to teach Wall Street. What lesson is trying to be taught here or leveled at these Wall Street traders, these gigantic firms? They don't. Okay, so if they shorted, let's say they shorted GameStop at $100 or $200 or $300, it goes up to $400. They can wait. Goes up to $500-$600. They can wait. Short it at what they think is its highest point because it's lost money for the past 5 quarters, something along those lines. It's been losing money. It lost money the past 2 years, I believe. It hasn't had a good couple years. So the stock is not worth anywhere near $300 or $400. So all Wall Street has to do, these investment firms, these billion-dollar corporations, these billion-dollar money managers, these billion-dollar funds, mutual fund companies, all they have to do is wait. They can short it at if indeed they're manipulating the stock to hurt that company, they can then short it at its height and then just wait until it goes down to what it's worth. I don't know who's going to... The people who are losing money during this pandemic are probably good people who are trying to inflate the stock to teach Wall Street a lesson. I don't know. It's difficult to go into a casino and teach the house a lesson because the house usually wins. Even the best poker players, the best gamblers, never really win in the long run. They're maybe win 55 or 60% of the time, something like that. So, give me your thoughts below. I don't know. I understand this. The philosophical concept is we're going to teach them, we're going to do to them what they're doing, and this is the little guy that's going to win. But I don't know if the little guy is going to win this. Like I said, Reddit could team up with the SEC and go after people. You already have a halt in the trading, and you're not assured. I don't know if anyone is forcing these gigantic companies to buy back the stock at a loss when they can just wait, short the stock at its highest point, and watch it fall down to what it's worth, which is a lot less than $200-$300. Give me your thoughts below. I could be wrong. If I'm I usually am full steam ahead with my discussion. Oh, this is what I feel, and I'm not I wish the best for these Redditors. I don't want them to lose money because this is a pandemic, and there's a lot of good people. If you're a liberal Democrat who voted for Biden, if you're a liberal Democrat who doesn't like Trump, God bless you. I don't want you to lose money. I like Trump. I voted for President Trump, but this is not about politics now. This is about money. This is about investing your hard-earned money, and I don't want anyone to lose their money. I'm not giving any investment advice. I'm just asking. I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know what kind of lesson is allegedly being taught here. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now.